Welcome back to this Rift Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us as always is Seraphis, our high elf, level 27 mage, and the wonderful nipple-bearing Tallahassee. How are you this evening, my friend?
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. I can see we've got some monstrosity wandering around the background, although I can safely say that even though he wanders right by here, fortunately he doesn't aggro. You were saying we've got to kill this guy later on.
We do. It's part of the quest.
Oh my god, look at that, folks. You can see he's got 4,368 hit points, and he looks rather ominous as he plods along beside us here. But like I said, fortunately he is peaceful until attacked, I'd imagine. Anyway, welcome to all of you viewing for this episode. And of course you can see behind me there the wonderful sights of Gloamwood as we're in front of this mill here, which is actually just south of the water wheel. And that's, of course, right next to that lift you showed us at the end of the last episode there, Tallahassee, that crazy spinning twirly-whirly lift that goes up to the snow-covered area up the top there. What an amazing lift that is. I know you said to me quite a few weeks ago, you said, oh gosh, there's this place in the game that I really want you to see, and you'll go nuts over it. And of course I did. It's absolutely amazing. I love this game. Anyway, folks, back to today. What we've got, you can see just beyond the mill to our south here, we've got a whole bunch of quests to catch up on, and one of them, Tallahassee, I can see here, is killing risen zombies. So not only are there werewolves in this zone, but obviously there's zombies as well. So this is like a real classic horror zone, isn't it? It's amazing.
It is. It's beautiful.
And I mean, I know you've said it a couple of times, but we haven't come across them yet. I understand that there's also vampires here as well. Is that right?
There is, and we'll get to them fairly shortly.
Awesome. Now, for some reason, something's not awesome, and that is good old Vista. What are you doing? I've been filming lots of other games tonight, and it's been fine. And now we're down to 1 frame per second, and now we're not. Now it's decided to come back, and I don't know. Don't tell me. I know I have to get rid of Vista. It's horrible. It is horrible, horrible. The way it manages memory is just shocking. You know what? I've got 6 GB of RAM in this machine, and Vista can only ever allocate 2 megabytes of it at a time to a application. What is the point?
2 megabytes?
Sorry, 2 gigabytes. Did I say 2 megabyte? I'm sorry, we're just summoning our skeleton here. Yeah, what's the point of being able to put 6 gig of RAM in if the operating system will only let us use 2 of it? I honestly don't get that. That's bizarre. Wow, this looks amazing. This is incredible. Oh, we got a fire rift. Look at the fire rift on the edges of the mountain there. And look at that, the house up in the background. Wow. Okay, so now what's the story with these zombies anyway? Like, are they...
we've got to kill them.
Yeah. I'm stuck on some Reaver here. Whoops, sorry about that. But I presume that there's some kind of backstory as to how come there are zombies in the world. I mean, I'm sure that they just don't appear out of nowhere. Now, of course, I haven't been...
You need a reason?
Well, you need a reason for zombies, says Tallahassee. No, of course you don't, but... Oh, we need those. 1 out of 5 glands. Oh, wow, look at underwater. This is another thing I love, and of course mentioned this a number of times before. Oh, there's an underwater cave? What the heck?
Yep.
Alright, that is cool, but I was just going to
go swimming.
I was just going to say, the level of detail that they put into the underwater sections alone is so cool, but the fact that there's a cave here, I know that we've got a quest to find a cave or something, haven't we? Is this it?
This is it.
Alright, I don't think it's counted for me just yet. There we go, 2 out of 5 of the what are they called? Grimeskin Reaver Glands. So killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. Let's have a look at our quest log, and if we have a look at the map. Whoops, not the talent tree. What are you doing, Sambo? Here we go. What do we got? Collect the glands, risen zombies. Oh, maybe it's already counted. That's weird. I didn't see anything come up.
You should have clicked Athana's shard or something.
Right, let's have a look. Soul echoes, risen zombies, Grimeskin glands.
Dead water.
Dead water. There we go. Find the cave in Millrush Pond. Collect Athana shard. Right, you're absolutely right. I didn't actually see that come up on my UI though. It didn't actually say, oh, that quest is completed. That's a bit weird. At least I missed it. Anyway, 4 out of 5 glands there. Now, I've got a question for you. How come we're swimming underwater yet I don't have a running out of breath debuff? I don't get it.
Okay, back when it was Waves of Madness,
Yep.
we bought a necklace from a vendor.
Oh, God, good memory. We did too.
And that gives us underwater breathing.
Okay, let's have a look, see if he's right. Where is our necklace? Here it is. Lesser barnacle encrusted pendant. He's dead right, folks. Equipped by the abyssal energies, you gain the power to breathe underwater. Fantastic. Awesome. All right, so I presume that what we need is in this chest. Here we go. Collecting here. And there we go, collected Athana's shard. All done. Just as well Tallahassee knows what he's doing. So if we didn't have this necklace, we'd actually have to be bound by the underwater buff. That would make it quite tricky getting all the way down here because, of course, having to fight the mobs on the way as well. I can't remember. Do you remember how long the actual underwater breathing lasts for? It can't be that long.
Generally about 2 minutes.
Oh, yes, I suppose you might just make it in, but gee, it'd be dicey. You'd be cutting it fine. And of course, folks, if you've played MMOs before that you're allowed to swim underwater in, no doubt like me, you've gone through that hideously embarrassing process of drowning underwater. It's happened to me a number of times. Very embarrassing. Okay, what do we have to do? I've still got to get one Grimeskin Reaver Gland and still got to get some Soul Fragments from Spirits and kill risen zombies and kill a Blacksap Ancient. Right, so lots of work to do for us here. Lots of fun to be had though. I do like underwater combat in this game. I like the whole underwater thing. And again, I love the fact that they've actually put an effort, let alone lots of effort, into making sure that underwater is actually not just a big empty space. So that's all good. Right, now why that one there didn't seem to drop a gland? That's weird. Is it a random drop?
No, it should be fairly consistent.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it didn't. Let's see if we got one this time.
I will.
There we go. Yep, 5 out of 5. All done. Let's look at our map. Okay, so Soul Fragments from Spirits around here somewhere, apparently.
Yep.
What do you mean I don't have a target selected? I do have a target selected. That was weird. Right, now one thing I know that I haven't done, and oh, look at that, a rat here. Interesting. One thing I haven't done, folks, is make sure, and this is what you must do, of course, if you're a Chloromancer, is we haven't put synthesis on Tallahassee, and of course that's a majorly important thing to do in combination with our Lifebound Veil, because of course that means that he'll be getting top-up heals, and without that he won't be, and of course being our tanky person, he needs every last bit of it. It's interesting, there's a general goods vendor over here. How strange. Wow, okay, why is there a square in the middle of this fire rift? Is that normal?
I have no idea.
That's very bizarre. Wonder if that's part of a world event or something perhaps? I'm not sure. Anyhow, speaking of tanky bits, of course we all know that Tallahassee has his other character, his other warrior that he's leveling up a lot faster than we do here, of course. And what level are you up to these days?
45, just ticked over to 45.
Wow, 45, so only 5 levels away from level cap. And of course that's great news, not only for you, but for our wonderful guild Seraphim. And of course, big shout out to the guys in Seraphim. And once again, folks, if you're interested in applying for guild membership in our guild here, make sure you pop along to the website that we've linked in the doobly-doo below and put in an application there. There, I think you'll find a lovely, inviting, charming set of men and women, of course, fellow Australians, most of them, who are more than willing to have a look at any good applications that come through. Now, of course, you turning level 50, mate, that means you'll be able to do all the raids and everything with the guys. Most of the folk in the guild, of course, are pretty much level 50, and if not, they're fairly close. So, of course, they seem to have, from what I've seen on the calendar, and by the way, a number of people have asked about this, when is the raiding schedule for Seraphim? From what I can tell, it appears to be Saturdays and Sundays in the evening, about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Is that right? Hello. Oh, we might have lost Tallahassee there. We'll check that out in a minute, folks. Once the fighting's finished. Testing 1, 2, 3. Tallahassee, come in. Are you there? No? Alright, we'll check that in a minute. Maybe we've had a technical glitch. Maybe Steam has dropped. Who knows? Check that out. Excuse me. And this guy, of course, one of the Fire Rift bosses, if you like. Obviously got a lot more HP than everyone else, and look at that, stage complete. Jolly good, and there he is. There he goes, he's back, folks. You figured we lost you there for a minute. Technical glitch.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, well, folks, never mind. Bit of a technical issue there. Of course, it's not unusual at the moment. I've noticed that Steam's been dropping chat every now and then recently. I don't know if they're going through some changes or we've got some issues going on. I'm not sure, but it's certainly not just happened to you, that's for sure. Anyway, welcome back. Before you dropped, we were asking about the guild, Tallahassee. From what I can see on the guild calendar, it looks like the guys actually raid on weekends at about 8:30 or 9 o'clock, Saturdays and Sundays. Would that be right?
That's correct.
There you go, folks. So far,
said they just finished the new 10-man content as well.
Oh, so that was the stuff that was added in the most recent patch, of course.
That's right.
Good stuff. So, any feedback from that? Did they? Anybody get any awesome loots?
I don't know. I wasn't actually online when it happened.
Yep.
So I'm not too certain about what dropped, etc. But no, by the sounds of it, it was actually a really well thought out instance, and it was actually quite difficult.
Oh, fantastic. Well, there you go, folks. You know that they raid.
Exactly what you want to hear.
Yeah. So if you are, once again, interested in joining the guys, then pop along to the website. The link is in the doobly-doo, and put yourself forward. So yeah, Tallahassee, obviously, that'll be one of your goals with... Gosh, this rift just won't die. What's going on? Why won't it die? There we go. One of your goals, obviously, on your... Ooh! That is actually better than what I've got, so I'm going to need on that. Let's see how we go. Obviously, yeah, one of the goals on your level 45 will be presumably to get to level 50 so that you can raid with the guys. I know you do enjoy your raiding, yeah?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Good stuff. Only 5 levels to go. How long do you reckon it's taken you to get your warrior to level 50 or to level 45?
Actually, not that long, to be brutally honest. I mean, it took a little while initially because, I had to spend quite a while like looking for instances and things like that.
Yep.
Stopped doing that, just started instancing. Well, not instancing, sorry, just questing. And it's made a world of difference. Like, you don't notice how long it's taken.
Yeah. I think that's the mark of a good game if you're getting to the point, and I know it's happened to me a number of times, where you look up basically, and by the way, sorry, I'm just killing off a couple of these spirits for the quest. You look up and realise, oh my gosh, I'm level 30 already. When you feel like you're still only level 20. Just sort of the same effect as, oh wow, a translucent ether offers a quest. You might have a drop in there, my friend. Just like when you look up and time has gone really fast, it's the same sort of deal. I do love that. Definitely the mark of a good game. Now, thank goodness for the search function. I'm going to type in translucent, and there we go. because it's so hard. I must say that's one thing I'm not happy about with Rift. I know that they've added in that thing recently where you can have the new items that have appeared in your bag will glow, but they just don't seem to glow enough. I mean, I've got jam-packed bags, and it's very hard for me to tell at a glance what's come in that's new, and that glow is so subtle. I don't know whether it's my eyesight's being poor or what it is, but I still find it really hard to find new things that have come in. So again, thank goodness if you know the name of it, you can at least type it in the search field, and that's one innovation that Trion seem to have made up themselves. I've never seen that in any other game. Can you think of another game that has an actual search field in it, like an MMO? I can't think of any.
No, not off the top of my head.
Nice, that's really cool that they've actually come up. I mean, we know that Trion are very good at taking ideas that have worked in other games, but anyway, now what on earth? What's with these guys? Eldritch Vanguard. Is that from the Rift?
No. But we're gonna kill it anyway.
Yeah, right, it's from a ward stone. Gotcha. Alright, Tallahassee needing some heals there by the looks of things. So let's concentrate our powers on healing for now. Making sure as well, of course, that we've got our Radiant Spores up. And there you go. Tallahassee pretty much single-handedly dealing to that ward stone and some planarite for our efforts. Fantastic stuff. Alright, zombies. Go zombies. Oh, now, some interesting news of the day, by the way. Now, you own a PlayStation 3, don't you, Tallahassee?
If by own you mean I store in the study, then yes.
So, not something that sees the light of day too often, I'm taking it?
No.
Well, look, I don't know about you, but, well, actually, which model of PlayStation 3 do you have? Do you have the new slim one, or have you got an old school one?
The new slim one.
Okay, well, I've got an old school one, and of course I bought that when it first came out. Couldn't help myself, cost way too much actually, but I do have backwards compatibility with it, which is great. But the slim ones look fantastic, and I've seen your one, it looks great. But did you know today Sony announced a price drop? Now, it's going to be different in the US, of course, compared to here. But over here, the price drop basically went from $499 to $349. That is a $150 price drop, which is almost like, almost a third of, or quarter of the actual original price. That's insane. And of course, this follows on hot on the footsteps of the Nintendo 3DS price drop, which recently just dropped $100 over here in Australia as well. You know what, it's quite sad. A friend of mine about a month ago bought a 3DS, and then last week bought themselves a PS3, both of which dramatically dropped in price just after she purchased them. You've got to feel sorry for her, that's horrible. Now what on earth is this guy in the back here? Oh, that's the guy we've got to kill, isn't it? For the quest.
Yeah, Blacksap Ancient.
Whoa, okay, that is one big tree, basically. Oh my lord.
Oh, he'll die quick.
Yeah, but he's huge. And look at the effects. Look at that, folks. The amazing spell effects in this game. Look at them going nuts there. Absolute, filling the screen full of effects. That was absolutely incredible. What fun. Good old school, huge mob combat. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now what do we got? A risen heroine on our tail. And Slim. What happened to Slim? He's been turned into a werewolf.
Werewolf.
What the heck? How did that happen?
So have I.
Really? Where are you?
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Okay, what happened? Why? And how come I'm not a werewolf?
I don't know. Because you're ranged.
Is this? Look out! Let's get a close-up look of you. Stay where you are. I'm just going to move past you so I can have a look. Wow, that looked incredible. What? Is this the werewolf curse that a number of our viewers have been talking about?
No, this is just a sort of minute-long path.
Oh, so it's just a bit of a sort of bit of a novelty type thing.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely suits the zone, and that is very cool. Must admit, I love the design of the werewolves in this game just as much as I love the design of the dragons, of course. Fantastic stuff. So yes, anyway, there you have it, folks. Now, two of the most popular consoles around outside of Xbox, and it'll be interesting to see what Xbox does, how they respond to all of these recent price cuts. We've got the Nintendo 3DS down in price by $100 here in Australia, and we've got the PS3 down by $150. So not sure what's driving all this crazy price madness, but hey, we no complain. Although I wish, of course, I'd been able to buy my gear.
The Australian dollar being good?
Well, it could be, except the fact that the price has also gone down in the US as well, so it's not just us, and that's for both consoles. So obviously there's some crazy price positioning going on in the market there, and obviously these big manufacturers are either feeling the pinch or deciding that they want more market share, and they're going at it very aggressively. So very interesting moves, one following hot on the footsteps of the other. Like I said, it will be interesting if you guys at home do follow the gaming market in general, or the gaming industry at least. It will be interesting. You see Tallahassee running around there as a werewolf. Interesting to see how Microsoft respond to this. Can't imagine they'll probably do anything. Microsoft tend to dig their heels in at times like this and just sort of say, well, stuff you can buy it or not. So it'll be interesting to see. There we go, the end of another rift. That's 2 rifts. And there's Blacksap Ancient again. What's he doing back already? Goodness me.
He respawns really quickly.
Can we kill him again, do you mind? Because I am literally a slither away from leveling. Perhaps he'll allow me to level up. Here we go, second time. Poor old Blacksap Ancient there. Feeling our wrath twice in a row. Gives us another opportunity to look at the crazy spell effects going on there. Look at that. That is amazing. And remembering, folks, too, that I don't have an Uber machine either. Just incredible. Alright, so still got to do one more zombie, by the way, I need. And I need one more fragment from these guys as well. So we're nearly there. There we go. There we go. Spirits are done. Let's have a look on the old map. And we've got Risen Zombies 7 of 8. And then it's hand in time, folks.
There's one more over here.
Beautiful.
There's a cockswain over here for you.
A what?
Cockswain.
Oh, there he is. A cockswain. That's what I've been after my whole life. A cockswain. What the hell is a cockswain? I have no idea. I've never heard of that term ever. But whatever, it deserves to die just because of its silly name.
You know he deserves to die.
Well, because he's got a silly name. That's reason enough. There we go, folks. Having a look on our map now. Where are the hand-ins for all of these? That's interesting. I've only got one hand-in. Oh, no, there we go. There's a whole bunch over there. There we go. So they're 2 out east. That must be a little outpost that I've forgotten about or something.
It's pretty much the major quest hub for this area.
Ah, okay. Alright, let's mount up.
Mount up?
Yep, mount up and head over there. And time to hand in as we've got 5 minutes left on the episode, soaking up the wonderful sights of Gloamwood. A number of you guys at home watching in the comments in the last episode were making comments about the scenery in here and about how amazing it is. Just want to remind you guys that one, yes, it is amazing. It's an absolutely stunning looking game. There's no two ways about it. And number 2, of course, you do not need a overly powered machine in order to be able to actually get these graphics. If you ever look on my main channel page, you'll see the stats and specs for my computer, and the first thing you'll notice is that it is not cutting edge at all. In fact, it's coming up on, oh gosh, it must be 2.5, nearly 3 years old. Look at that amazing looking rift there, Death Rift, incredible, isn't it? 2.5, 3 years old. Unlike Tallahassee here, who has a machine that's mere months old, and we can only imagine what it looks like on his machine. But you can tell, folks, it still looks fantastic on mine, and like I said, it's nothing special. So fear not if you've got an older machine. If you do, of course, want to try out Rift and you're not sure whether your machine will handle it, the best way to test it out for real is not by going by the specs written down on a site anywhere. It's by going and grabbing the free trial of Rift, installing that and seeing for yourself. And of course, that's basically a no-risk proposition there. You get to check out the game and see how it runs for real on your machine. So nothing to lose. And of course, the link for the trial is in the doobly-doo every single episode. So make use of it if you haven't. Don't be content with just watching us play. And there we go, leveling up to level 28. Yep, and of course, Tallahassee, you can probably hear that from your house. I imagine. Nuclear explosion.
Get everyone in the southern hemisphere heard it.
Yeah, I think so. Most crazy leveling up effects in any game ever. So we've gained 1 soul point. So of course, once we get back to the quest hub, that's something we're going to have a look at as well. Putting another point into Chloromancer. Right, let's give Tallahassee a bit of a heal. And in fact, just to mix things up, you know, I'm loving, folks, the Chloromancer build, of course. But just to mix things up, maybe we'll have to go back and roll. If you have a look here in my talent tree, you can see we've got these different roles here. We've got support battery and we've got the original fire spec, which I'm not rolling with at the moment. Just to mix things up, we'll have to switch back to the fire spec and do a few episodes with that just to remind ourselves of the difference.
No,
and of course,
we don't.
yeah, well, like Tallahassee says, it's probably not preferable, but it'd be interesting to see because, you know, let's not forget, folks, that this game is just amazing. We're on a mage, and yet within the mage itself, of course, we can roll all these different roles and have totally differently spec'd tunes. They feel completely different. It's almost like rolling an alt. And that is without rolling an alt. So, you know, once again, credit to the guys at Trion for the amount of detail and customization that they've been able to fit into one archetype. It's just amazing. Right, so here we go, finishing off this Rift before we head back to the quest hub to hand in. And of course, folks, as you can tell, as is evidenced by the fact that I leveled up here, you know, unless you push for time, it always pays to stop and try and plug the hole in a Rift. Not only because you're doing your bit for your side, of course, but you're also getting XP, much needed XP, and getting the planar items, the planarite and the planar shards, which of course you can use to buy special goodies. So there's absolutely no reason not to do them.
It's fun.
And what, sorry?
It's fun.
Yeah, that's the major point. Of course, we're all here to have fun. We're not having fun if you're... I think Tallahassee puts it really well when he talks about some of his old days of raiding, where it basically turned into a second job. And you know what? Nobody wants that. We're here, whether you're competitive or not, whether it's challenging or not, at the end of the day, you still want playing games to be fun. So if you're logging in and logging out as if you're checking in and checking out of the job, perhaps it's time to take a wee break. And you can see, folks, we're raking in the goods. There's 7 more planarite there just for this Death Rift so far, so it's well worth it, well worth doing indeed. And of course, if you're looking for the vendors, you need to take yourself to Sanctum, which is where you'll find the vendors for those special items, who will accept the planar goods as currency. Giving Tallahassee a bit of a heal.
Vendors all around as well.
Oh, are they? Not just...
to a zone.
Oh, so it's not just Sanctum.
Yeah, you're generally though you're better off not getting the planar gear, just saving up the planarite itself, because that becomes really useful later on.
Okay. And I suppose if you do get
lures for rift raids and crafting raids and things like that.
Right, so I guess if you are spending the planarite, you know, in gear at levels now, then you're right. I mean, you know what? You're going to level up, and you're probably going to level it and waste your planar currency, I guess is what you're saying, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, some good advice there. Right, stage 5, we're up to more loot. Look at that, another 6 planarite. And now we've got a possessed alpha werewolf in the middle. Let's see if we can drop everything we can on him. Using our entropic veil here, which of course increases our magic damage dealt by 19%. I don't know why that's got down, it used to be 20%. Anyway, never mind. And that werewolf is certainly leaping around. Good golly, Miss Molly.
Yeah, he decided to put orders on him.
Ah.
But he decided that he wanted to go somewhere else.
Yep. And there we go, look at this, Rotting Nightmare, Broken Barghest Fang, and 26 Planerite. Didn't we do well? Time to head back to camp, hand in and wrap up the episode in the wonderful zone of Gloamwood. Look at the view, folks. It's got it all here. What a holiday destination, eh? Actually, do you know what?
I'd spend my holidays here.
Well, I would too, and it's funny, I've always had this crazy idea right now. I must admit, it originally originated in WoW. I would pay money, and I kid you not, I would pay money to go to a place that someone constructs that is, you know, basically a replica of a zone. And so, for example, you know, if somebody made a theme park that was, I don't know, Elwyn Forest, for example, or Gloamwood, or whatever, complete with all of the, you know, the same scenery, the same landmarks, the same landscape, etc., I would absolutely pay money to go there, and I would nerd it up big time. Would you?
The faithless will find their justice.
Probably not.
All right, there you go, folks. You can see I'm alone in this one. I certainly would. So
Yeah,
well, if there's any
that
entrepreneurs
just sort
out
of took
there,
the nerdy quotient all the very way up to the top.
what's that?
So you're at about a 10.
I
You're at
see.
about a 10.
Yeah.
We need you at about a 7, Sambo.
Ah, classic. Well, I would pay. If there's any entrepreneurs out there listening, build it and I will come without doubt.
Journey well.
All right, there we go, folks. It looks like we've handed in. Just check out the healer. It always pays to have a
There's
chat to
one
the
more
healer.
up the top.
I was there, thanks. Always pays to check out the healer just in case you have
Travel
actually
well.
taken damage and you've forgotten about it. Look at that tower up there. Doesn't it look amazing? Here we are, Laria, Spirit of the Wood. And that's taken us to over 2 bars of XP into level 28 already. Nice and fast, zippy leveling. Of course, a bunch of quests that we did there. Let's have a look at the log now. Selecting all of our quests with the tracker in Gloamwood. Having a look at our map. And you can see basically it's taking us back to the same area, just a bit north of where we were, where we've got to go and destroy reanimated corpses and kill Bloody Jack, sounds like a name mob to me, and another Graveroot Ancient. Oh, and it looks like that Graveroot Ancient is the one that was wandering around beside us at the beginning of this episode as well. So Tallahassee was indeed correct.
That's the one.
That's it. Anyway, that's it, folks. We're way over time as normal as we look at the wonderful sights of Gloamwood in the background. On behalf of myself, Sambo, the wonderful Tallahassee, it's us saying take care. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. We'll see you next time, and bye-bye.